Alright guys, Rockstar just dropped a bunch of new screenshots for the GTA 6 Ultimate Edition, and honestly there is so much packed into these images that we need to go through every single one. So let's just get straight into it. So first up, we got our two main characters, Lucia and Jason, side by side in what is basically the most cinematic promo shot Rockstar has ever put out. Lucia is in front, looking sharp to the left, rocking these tight cornrow braids and thin gold-rimmed rectangular glasses. She's got on a dark maroon denim jacket over a bikini top tied in a bow. Behind her is Jason with slicked back dirty brown hair, a beard, and these thick dark sunglasses with yellow amber lenses. He's wearing a white Hawaiian shirt covered in hibiscus flowers and flamingos, which, if you know Vice City, you know exactly what that's a nod to. The whole thing is set at golden hour, sun going down, palm trees in the background, and if you zoom in on the skin textures and hair strands on these characters, it looks insane. Like, this is next-gen stuff. The hair detail on both of them and the way light hits their skin is something we've never really seen in a GTA game before. And yeah, that Hawaiian shirt on Jason, that's a direct tribute to Tommy Vercetti's iconic blue Hawaiian shirt from the original Vice City. Rockstar is not letting you forget where this game comes from. Next shot, same duo but now they're leaning on a vintage car. Lucia is sitting on the front fender, staring straight at the camera. Same braids, same glasses, same maroon jacket, but now you can clearly see a detailed floral tattoo wrapping around her wrist. She's also wearing zebra striped boots, which are a whole statement. Jason is standing next to her in his Hawaiian shirt. White trousers, amber sunglasses. The car they're with is gorgeous. It's a mint green pastel vintage sports car, heavily inspired by a 1950s or 60s Aston Martin or Ferrari style, with chrome wire spoke wheels and a glossy finish. Classic Vice City energy all the way. But here's the big detail in this one. Lucia is casually holding a massive long-barreled revolver down by her side like it's nothing, just resting it against her thigh. And behind them, the downtown skyline is full of glass skyscrapers that have actual real-time reflections on the curved glass. If you look at one of the buildings, there's a corporate logo partially visible, ending in .RA. Lore hunters are already all over that. This is basically the perfect GTA image. You've got the characters, a beautiful vintage car, the city skyline, and a big gun. That's the whole game in one picture. Now we're shifting to the world itself and checking out a location called Electric Fang Tattoo. This is a shot of the outside at night. The building has this dark concrete look, with a big circular neon sign on the left and a red angular sign above the door that reads Electric Fang Tattoo in almost runic looking letters. Out front, there are two custom chopper-style motorcycles parked. One is a heavy dark cruiser with a massive rear tire, the other is a classic chopper with those tall handlebars. Standing in front of the door is a guy in a full white balaclava, white t-shirt, white jeans, white sneakers. He's holding something dark near his waist. Could be a phone, could be a weapon, it's intentionally obscured. There are also posters on the wall. One says Fate in bold retro font. And if you look through the glass doors of the shop, you can see comic book style flash art, wallpaper, and a zebra striped front desk inside. The lighting in this one is doing a lot. The red neon hitting the black concrete around it is that classic cyberpunk meets biker bar vibe. And this confirms that Electric Fang Tattoo is a place you can actually go into in the game to customize your character with tattoos. The custom choppers outside, with varying tire sizes, also suggests deep motorcycle customization is coming. We go inside Electric Fang now, and it is exactly what you'd hope for. The walls are covered floor to ceiling in black and white tattoo flash art. Pink and purple LED strips line the ceiling, giving the whole room this vibrant glow. There's a female tattoo artist in a white balaclava and white crop top, actively working on a customer. The artist has detailed tattoos on her own arms, a big flower on her forearm, a red and orange piece on her shoulder. The customer is a woman with a buzzed, platinum blonde haircut, with a shaved pattern on the side. She's sitting back in the tattoo chair looking at her phone and just chilling. She's got on a turquoise halter top and denim shorts. And on the table next to the artist, there's a ridiculous amount of detail. Bottles of colored ink, paper towels, a box of powder-free gloves, plastic cling wrap. Like Rockstar modeled the interior of a real tattoo shop down to the supply shelf. Also, the customer sneakers have a full graffiti tag graphic on them. That alone is telling us the streetwear customization in this game is going deep. And the fact that we see the artist actually working on a tattoo in real time suggests you might actually watch the process happen, instead of just clicking a menu and skipping to the result. Back outside now. There's a muscular bearded guy with sandy brown hair leaning over a pink metal handrail right outside the Electric Fang entrance. He's in a sleeveless dark tank top, dark sunglasses, and his arms are covered in black and grey tattoos. Big flowers on his shoulder, intricate patterns running down his forearms. Sitting on a concrete ledge behind him is the same platinum blonde woman from the tattoo shop, looking at the camera with a confident smirk. The red Electric Fang neon sign is blazing behind them both, hitting the scene with this heavy red glow, an actual lens flare that looks like something out of a movie. The guy's muscle definition, vein detail, and the way the light plays off his skin and tattoos, it's next level. And this character is going to send the community into a debate. Is this a major story NPC, a gang leader, or is this just what your character can look like if you put the time into building them up? There's also a tattoo on the woman's leg that appears to say magic, and YouTube channels will spend 5 solid minutes on her leg ink alone, guaranteed. This one might be the most talked about image in the whole batch. We're back inside Electric Fang, and there's a muscular shirtless guy seen from behind, showing off a full back tattoo. And it is massive. 2 symmetrical skeletons sitting back to back with big feathered angel wings between them. An hourglass below, and at the very bottom a banner that reads Finis, which is Latin for the end or the boundary. 2 women in matching white balaclavas, white crop tops, and white pants are standing in the background like they're on guard duty. One has her arms crossed, the other is standing next to a retro arcade cabinet. That arcade cabinet is a big deal, by the way. It's got this vibrant anime-style graffiti art on the side panel. The word Deluxe X is visible, and there's a glowing screen. This confirms playable arcade minigames are going to be scattered around the world. Rockstar has always done this, and fans love it. But the real talking point is Finis. That word is going to send the community into full theory mode. Does it hint at a character death? The end of a faction? The name of a crew? This is exactly the kind of cryptic detail Rockstar loves to plant, and people are going to be breaking it down for weeks. Okay, so now we're looking at Lucia and Jason again, but this time they're both decked out in matching tourist gear. Like they went to the Vice City gift shop and bought the same fit. They're both wearing pink and black Vice City trucker hats. Lucia has white cat-eye sunglasses and a black crop tee with a colorful multi-panel graphic. Jason has on a cream t-shirt with a cartoon alligator on it. The gator is wearing purple sunglasses and a blue Hawaiian shirt, holding a cocktail, and below it reads Vice City Leonida. This is Rockstar basically confirming the official state name Leonida right on a piece of in-game clothing, not through a trailer or a press release, just on a tourist t-shirt. Classic. In the background, there's a massive mural on the underside of a concrete overpass showing the same cartoon alligator with greetings from Vice City written across it. There's also a small white and orange speedboat visible on the water on the left, with an NPC at the helm. The fact that the characters are literally wearing merchandise that says Vice City and Leonida on it confirms there will be a full souvenir shopping system. And those trucker hats with the plastic mesh detail, the texture rendering on them, is a huge jump from GTA 5. Everything feels physical and real. No characters in this one, just the car. And that is more than enough. We're looking at a pristine white vintage sports car, parked outside a high-end building called Pegasi Residences, South Tower. The building itself is this huge circular white tower with wraparound balconies lit up in deep pinks, oranges, and purples from the sunset behind it. The car is clearly inspired by an ATS Ferrari Testarossa. You've got the iconic side strakes, a red racing stripe down the center of the hood, red lower trim, pop-up headlight housings, chrome star rims. And there's a small yellow and black stallion emblem on the front nose. This is the Grotti Cheetah, and seeing it outside a building called Pegasi Residences is hilarious if you know the lore. Pegasi is normally a Lamborghini-style brand in the GTA universe. Now they've got their own luxury residential tower, just like real-world car brands like Porsche and Aston Martin building towers in Miami. Rockstar is doing actual world building through real estate branding. And there's a tiny wet patch on the brick pavers in front of the car, reflecting the orange sunset and the car's front bumper. That level of detail in what is essentially background filler says everything about where this game is at technically. For old school fans, a white Testarossa outside a neon-lit pastel pink modernist building is the literal definition of original Vice City. This image alone is going to have people screaming. Close-up, low-angle front quarter shot of the cheetah on a cobblestone road. The sun is coming through palm trees, casting long geometric shadows across the ground. And the key thing here, one of the pop-up headlights is fully flipped up, showing the dual circular bulbs inside. The fog lights and amber running lights are on too, throwing light forward onto the road. This is a big deal for car people. Functional pop-up headlights with actual working mechanisms and period-accurate animations. Rockstar is not cutting corners on the classic cars. They're treating them with the same respect as the modern hypercars. Also, you can see the glass refraction on the headlight lens, the chrome reflector inside the lamp, and there's a blue speed limit sign partially visible on the left. Red flowers line the sidewalk under the palm trees in the background. This is just a gorgeous showcase of what driving that car at golden hour is going to feel like. We're looking at the rear of the Cheetah now, and the main event here is the license plate. It reads GAL 8AA, and across the top it says GAL Leonida, and across the bottom, Good Time State. There's an orange fruit graphic in the center that parodies Florida's real world. License plates almost exactly. The Good Time State is Rockstar's satirical take on Florida's real-world Sunshine State nickname, and it's perfect. It fits the whole vibe of the game: chaotic, fun, sun-drenched, and slightly unhinged. Also visible on the rear of the car, the triple circular taillights, a silver cheetah script badge on the trunk lid, a prancing animal emblem in the center, a black louvered engine cover, and the chrome star rims. Every component is individually rendered, and the metallic stamping on the cheetah badge and the reflective texture on the license plate itself are crystal clear even up close. The GAL county code on the plate is already being analyzed by lore hunters as a possible geographic region identifier within the state of Leonida. We're looking through the open driver's side door directly into the cheetah's interior. The whole thing is red and black leather dashboard, bucket seat, everything. Red 3-spoke steering wheel with a yellow center emblem, analog gauges, metallic floor pedals, a retro center console with a radio deck. There's a small plaque on the door sill with what looks like F Pichio branding. And looking out the open door, you can see downtown skyscrapers under a deep orange and purple twilight sky. The tire on the right foreground has a readable brand name Cheppel, molded into the rubber sidewall with size specs. Even the stitching on the leather steering wheel grip is visible. This confirms first-person driving mode is back, and it's going to be at a completely different level. GTA 5's first-person interiors were pretty generic, lots of copy-paste between vehicles. Here, the Cheetah has a completely unique, era-accurate interior that looks like a real 1980s Italian sports car cockpit. That red leather interior screaming ATC wealth and excess is exactly the Vice City energy they're going for. Jason is in the background, blurred out, pointing a gun straight at the camera. He's wearing a dark t-shirt, a backward black cap, and blue-tinted mirrored sunglasses. His expression is completely calm and cold. And what he's pointing at you is wild. It's a big chrome or polished stainless steel revolver, but it's got a massive high magnification sniper scope mounted on top. Like a full optical scope on a revolver. There's also a tactical underbarrel weight, an orange front sight, a fully modeled cylinder with loaded bullet casings visible, a textured rubber grip, and a polished hammer. The metal on this gun catches the teal ambient lighting in a way that looks completely realistic. You can see the scope's windage and elevation adjustment dials. A scope revolver is an insane weapon customization configuration. This is Rockstar telling us the gun shop in this game is going to let you mix and match attachments in ways that are genuinely absurd and fun. The weapon detail here also matches what we got in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you loved how guns felt in that game, this looks even better. Top-down flat lay shot of 2 revolvers and some other gear on a dark table. No characters, just the hardware. And there is a lot to look at here. The first gun massive chrome long barrel revolver with that big scope on top. The grip has a palm leaf or tropical plant engraving and stamped into the frame under the cylinder, J. Duval. The second gun blued gunmetal with a longer barrel, but this one has a gold-plated trigger, gold hammer, and gold cylinder release. The grip is smooth grey polymer with a golden graphic of 3 palm trees inlaid into it, stamped on the frame in gold lettering, El Caminos. These are clearly Jason and Lucia's personal weapons, J. Duval and El Camino's named guns. That is a huge deal for the game's narrative and customization depth. There is also a switchblade, stiletto knife with a dark handle resting on the table, a rectangular box of Stronghold ammunition revolver with an American flag logo, and a thick stack of green cash bills pinned under the knife. If you look through the scope lens lying flat on the table, you can actually see the table surface underneath through realistic light bending and refraction. And the serial numbers etched into the gun frames 211066 and 251082 are fully readable. The detail here is beyond anything we've seen in a GTA game. Now we're in what looks like a showroom setting with a polished green marble-style background with glowing yellow veins. And sitting center stage is an absolutely massive lifted 4x4 pickup truck with the Canis badge across its front grille. This truck is wrapped in a neon green custom paint scheme with an aggressive alligator jaw graphic along the side doors, jagged yellow teeth, the whole thing. It's on huge all-terrain tires, has a steel front bumper with a winch mechanism, dual silver toe shackles, and integrated fog lights. The front bumper has warning painted in bold yellow letters. The tire brand molded into the rubber? Balder, new in-game brand right there. The Canis name is back. This is Rockstar's take on Jeep-style vehicles in GTA, and this version looks like a militarized trophy truck crossover. The alligator side graphics are a perfect nod to Leonida's local wildlife. And the winch on the front bumper is hinting at actual interactive vehicle recovery mechanics, like using it to pull yourself out of a ditch or drag another vehicle. Macro mechanics of the grille. This is a studio close-up of just the upper front left corner of the green Canis truck. You're looking at the hood latch mechanism, a circular headlight behind a glass lens, a small silver side marker light, and the steel winch cable coiled inside the front bumper. The Canis badge has clean silver block text with red accent bars, and the green paint on the fender has scuffs, fine dust particles, and surface imperfections. This is a vehicle that has character, it doesn't look brand new and pristine. The mechanical complexity of just the hood latch multiple bolts, individual hinges is being built down to this scale. And what that means for the crash and damage system is wild. If the components are modeled this precisely, watching them deform and break during a high-speed crash or an explosion is going to look incredible. Car fans will also be obsessing over the weave pattern on the steel winch cable because you can see the individual twisted wire strands. The Rideout Customs Garage. Big location reveal. This is the inside of a custom car garage called Rideout Customs, and this is clearly the new version of what Los Santos Customs was in GTA 5. 3 mechanics are working in here. One guy on a stepladder leaning into the open engine bay of the green Canis truck with a flashlight. Another one on the floor working on the front wheel. A third one in the background near a tire storage rack. The floor is absolutely covered in decades of multicolored overspray paint, oil spills, and tire marks. On the walls there are graffiti-style banners. One has a big stylized eye, another has a pink bird emblem. On the right wall, there's a glowing green neon sign of a skull with crossed hammers, and a wooden door that just says office written on it in marker. There's a taxidermied deer head above the office door and a red fire extinguisher in the corner. The truck itself has its hood fully popped vertically, showing the upper frame of the engine bay. The front bumper has a Leonida license plate, reading OE563T. The mechanic actively working inside the engine bay with a flashlight is a big detail. It's fueling speculation that when you upgrade your vehicle's performance parts, you might actually watch the process instead of sitting, through a loading screen. And this garage looks alive, like an actual working shop, not a menu wrapped in a box. Macro custom interior close-up. Top-down shot, looking straight down through the windshield into the interior of a classic lowrider. And this interior is something: the entire cabin dashboard, front bucket seats, rear bench, door panels is upholstered in vivid red fuzzy velour fabric. The steering wheel is custom molded into a black and pink spiraling fan blade or turbine shape. There's a tall manual floor shifter in the center. The exterior paint shifts from a smooth peach orange on the hood to a hyper-reflective metallic gold glitter finish around the windshield frame and roof. A gold-trimmed rearview mirror, a long gold wiper arm on the glass, and faint tiger stripe patterns on the door panel trim. The red velour on the dashboard has individual microfibers you can see reacting to the orange-yellow workshop light above. This is not a flat texture, it's an actual fabric shader with physical depth and fiber detail. This level of interior customization, fabric type, steering wheel shape, trim pattern is something GTA 5 never got close to. First person driving in this car is going to be a whole different vibe. The professional tuning bay. Wide shot of a massive industrial garage bay. 2 mechanics at work. One on a rolling creeper cart under the front of a vintage yellow sedan working on the suspension. Another standing to the right holding an orange clipboard, reviewing something. Professional blue work shirt. Glasses. This guy looks like the senior mechanic. The yellow car is on a heavy-duty red hydraulic jack stand with realistic road grime and dirt splatter on the lower body. 2 bright yellow caution wet floor signs are out. In the background, a magenta purple sedan is raised up high on a dual-post hydraulic car lift, showing its underside, including muffler and exhaust detail. The overhead ductwork, steel beams, and industrial ceiling fan are all there. The fluorescent lights cast a hard white glare across the polished concrete floor. And the folds and fabric weight on the senior mechanic's blue-collared shirt look real under those harsh industrial lights. The clipboard the mechanic is holding has people speculating about interactive mission systems tied to the garage vehicle, theft rings, smuggling, tuning jobs with actual narrative attached to them. The backwater stilt safe house. This one is a great world variety reveal. It's a stilt house built entirely from weathered, turquoise-painted wood planks, elevated high off the sandy ground on thick wooden support pillars. There's a wooden staircase with wire mesh railings, a white satellite dish on the side, and a basketball hoop mounted on a central support pillar. The whole property sits right next to a concrete boat slip leading into a wide coastal bay. Parked underneath the house in the shade, a mustard yellow classic utility coupe or pickup with an orange center racing stripe. Nearby, a rugged military olive dual sport dirt bike. A guy who looks like Jason is up on the upper deck, leaning against the railing in a white t-shirt, dark shorts, backward cap, just looking out at the water. On the sand near the stairs, there's a small red kayak. The coast stretches out in the background, with distant tropical tree lines and islands on the horizon. This is the opposite end of the spectrum from a penthouse in downtown Vice City. This is a remote, off-the-grid waterfront hideout. It confirms the map has huge variety in safe house types and environments, and that you can store multiple vehicle types at once, including watercraft. This kind of Florida Keys backwater setting is a location the series has never really done before, and it looks brilliant. The Dinka Dual Sport Spec. Close-up presentation of a classic vintage dual sport trail motorcycle parked in front of a turquoise-painted roll-up garage door. The gas tank is matte olive drab green with the Dinka brand name on it. That's Rockstar's version of Honda, basically. The bike has thick knobby off-road tires, a high front mud fender, black rubber fork gaiters, an exposed air-cooled engine block, and a chrome heat shield around the high-swept exhaust pipe. The black leather seat shows wear. There's foam peeking through cracked seams near the rear. The kickstand is down. The concrete floor has chalk or spray-painted construction markings in red, yellow, and blue, with some leaf debris and pebbles scattered around. This bike looks like something you'd actually find in a garage that someone uses regularly. The weathering, the cracked seat, the dusty floor, it's not a showroom model, it's a working vehicle. The knobby tires are going to tear through the Leonidas swamps and bayous perfectly, and getting through narrow areas where a motorboat or car can't fit is going to open up a whole layer of exploration. The Crest Coastal Kayak. And here it is, the kayak confirmation. We're looking at Jason from behind, shirtless in board shorts, sitting in a sit-on-top ocean kayak out on the water. He's mid-stroke with a dual-blade paddle, turning slightly to the right. The kayak is bright burnt orange and red with a white cursive Crest logo on the hull. It's got bungee cargo rigging straps and molded storage hatches. The sun is low on the horizon, hitting the water with this massive golden reflection path across the surface. In the background, there's a luxury coastal resort with docks visible on the left and small mangrove islands on the right horizon. Water droplets are frozen mid-air around the paddle blades. The water itself in this image is outstanding. Complex surface ripples, ocean swells, transparent water layers near the hull, sea foam splashing off the paddle. This is a completely new vehicle class for GTA, and the implications are huge. You can paddle through shallow mangrove areas where motorboats physically cannot go. Stealthy approaches to coastal locations. Actual water-based recreation. The community is going wild over this one. Outside Sarah's unisex salon. Back to our main duo, but both sporting completely new looks. They're outside a storefront called Sarah's Unisex Salon. You can see the window lettering listing blow dry, cut, styling, and a phone number. 78655500123. Classic GTA 555 format. And the 786 area code mirrors real Miami geography. Jason is leaning against the column looking to the right. He's got a retro mullet, a full-on mullet, clean mustache and stubble combo, black satin bomber jacket with white striped cuffs. Lucia sitting on a chair right next to him looking directly at the camera through thick, dark blue retro sunglasses. She's got her hair up in a high ponytail, a black varsity jacket with white sleeves and purple trim, a colorful graphic crop top showing her midriff, and olive cargo pants. Jason having a mullet is a huge moment. The hair rendering individual loose strands on Lucia's ponytail, the layered texture on Jason's mullet. This is a full strand-based hair system. No more blocky hair models. Sarah's Unisex Salon is confirmed as an actual interactive styling location in the world. You're going in there, sitting in a chair and choosing your hairstyle, hair color, and facial hair setup. And based on what we're seeing here, the options are going to be extensive. The salon chair perspective. We're inside Sarah's salon now. Jason is looking over his right shoulder at the camera in this tight over-the-shoulder close-up. He's wearing the gold hoop earring, the bomber jacket, the mullet. In the background on the left, a customer with turquoise green hair is at a retro mechanical cash register. On the right, a heavily tattooed salon worker with neon blue hair is checking her phone near a washing basin. The floor tiles have this intricate geometric linoleum pattern catching afternoon sunlight, cutting through the front windows. And there's a vintage chrome overhead hairdryer chair unit partially visible on the right wall. But the real highlight is just how detailed Jason's hair is up close. Individual follicles with varying thickness in the stubble beard. Distinct layered strand separation in the mullet with blonde and brown highlights visible. His black satin bomber jacket has a realistic semi-reflective sheen, a gold hoop earring. This is a character model at a level we have not seen in open-world gaming before. The manicure consultation. Lucia is sitting at the salon counter getting her nails done. She's looking at the camera relaxed and confident. Dark blue retro rectangular sunglasses, silver hoop earring, high ponytail, black and white geometric crop top with yellow sunbursts. She's extending her right hand across the white counter toward a salon employee who is carefully working on her nails. In the background, another worker with long neon green hair is leaning on a blue styling chair on her phone. And in the left foreground, there's a full display stand packed with rows of colored nail polish bottles. The depth of field is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Everything forward and behind Lucia is softly blurred, putting total focus on her. Her natural individual finger articulation, her makeup, her eyebrows, all of it is rendered at a level that's frankly impressive for a game model. This confirms nail customization exists as its own separate system in the salon. It's not just hair and clothes you can get your nails done. And the community is already speculating about whether your cosmetic choices affect how NPCs react to you in different social settings. The Neon Cruise. This is one of the best screenshots in the whole batch. Jason and Lucia are on a boat cruising through a wide marine channel right outside the Vice City downtown skyline at twilight. The city is glowing in deep purple and pink. There's a long concrete highway bridge in the background lit up with hot pink underside lighting. A green marine channel marker buoy is in the foreground. The boat they're on is a sleek mid-sized cabin cruiser called the Squalo, which longtime fans will recognize as a classic Vice City boat. This version is modernized, but the name is back, with a shark fin emblem next to it on the hull. The paint is a gorgeous retro gradient wrap going from soft turquoise green into a light pink palm frond pattern on the bow. The water is cutting cleanly as the boat moves through it, leaving a white foam wake, and the entire surface of the water is reflecting the neon pinks, greens, and golds from the city and the bridge lights. There's a dark luxury yacht anchored in the far left, and a helicopter flying over the skyscrapers in the background. The interior cockpit has teal-accented leather seats. There are seagulls in the evening sky. And this is just a gorgeous image that captures exactly what Vice City is supposed to feel like. Night, neon, water, and that tropical luxury crime energy. The hull detail close-up. Low-angle macro shot of the Squalo's rear port side hull, floating in shallow, clear tropical water. The white fiberglass surface shows realistic light hitting the curve of the hull, including a visible green lens flare where the sun catches it. There's a sleek oval chrome ventilation grille in the upper hull and a polished metal mooring cleat. The Squalo font branding and the shark fin logo are perfectly sharp. And above the radar arch, you can see the overarching manufacturer name. Shih Tzu, which longtime fans will appreciate. Shih Tzu has been in the GTA universe for a while now, and it's great to see them confirmed for GTA 6. The water is incredibly clear, turquoise green, and transparent enough to see the sandy bottom and the submerged lower hull. The light refracting through the water surface creates those shimmering patterns you see on the side of a boat in real life. That's not a texture, that's an actual real-time light simulation. In the distant background, there are palm trees and what looks like high-end coastal residential properties under a clear blue sky. The marine wildlife encounter, bird's eye view, down onto the back deck of the Squalo, out in the open ocean. Jason is standing on the wooden teak deck in board shorts holding a glass bottle, talking to Lucia, who is sitting on the edge of the swim platform with her legs hanging into the water. She's in a bright orange bikini and dark sunglasses. There's a large white marine cooler box on the left side of the deck. And there's a full scuba diving setup on the right, a buoyancy compensator vest attached to a bright yellow oxygen tank secured to the railing. But the big thing in this image are the dolphins. Two bottlenose dolphins are swimming right alongside the swim platform. One is under the surface, one is breaking the surface looking up at Lucia. And there's a seagull just casually sitting on the radar arch looking down at everyone. Scuba gear on the deck equals confirmed underwater diving mechanics. Dolphins with actual swimming AI that lets them interact with the boat and the characters equals a living marine ecosystem. Deep-sea treasure hunting, smuggling salvages, reef exploration, all of this is now on the table. The ocean in this game is not just a background, it's a place you can actually explore. The open water interception. Top-down aerial view of a full marine police chase in progress. 3 vehicles cutting across the dark ocean in a diagonal line. On the left, a Vice City Police Department interceptor boat, bright blue and white, with a big Vice City Police Dept. Star shield on the forward cabin, powered by twin heavy-duty outboard motors. In the center, Jason and Lucia Squalo cutting through the water, leaving a massive churning white wake. On the right, a VCPD police helicopter banking sharply, hovering low over the water. It says police on the side with yellow and white stripes, and you can see the rotor blades in full motion blur. The helicopter's downwash is physically flattening the water surface in a circular pattern beneath it. That is an actual fluid simulation responding to the rotor wash. And on the bow of the Squalo, there's a small orange duffel bag or package, which is clearly what triggered this whole chase. Whatever they're smuggling, it was worth it. The wake physics from all 3 vehicles, the spray from the outboards, the helicopter downwash, the particle effects on screen during this moment must be insane. Ocean police chases in GTA have always been a bit underwhelming. This looks like they're actually terrifying now. The Wynwood-inspired streetwear crew. We're outside a store called Stock 305. The name references the 305 Miami area code. So we're in the arts district of Leonida, very clearly inspired by Wynwood. The building's exterior wall is covered in hyper-vibrant street art and graffiti murals with abstract geometric patterns, target designs, and a massive turquoise snake illustration. A woman who looks like Lucia is leaning on the hood of a custom van, wearing a grey and black leopard print fur coat, a purple lace mini dress, and white manicured nails. She's got long wavy dark hair with bangs. Up on the van roof, sitting above her, is a male associate, faux hawk haircut, orange-tinted translucent sunglasses, a black and white patterned bandana as a face mask, dark sweatshirt, grey jeans, blue and white sneakers. The van itself is wrapped in an intricate black and white pattern of repeating surrealist eye shapes. 2 pink bumper stickers on the side read 1.999, Art Tour, and Stockyard Art Tours. This is telling us a few things. Vans can get complex full-body graphic wraps. Stock 305 is a functioning high-end streetwear store in the game, and Stockyard Art Tours is a potential business front for other activities. The fur coat material rendering has individual hair strands reacting to light, and the 3D lettering on the store sign has actual physical depth to it. The cap counter standoff. Inside the store now, Jason is leaning back against the wall, looking sharply to the right with a very alert expression. Shoulder-length slicked back dark brown hair, mustache with short stubble, silver chain necklace, light grey denim jacket, black graphic tee with a purple and white print. And his right hand is tucked against his body, gripping a sleek, dark, compact, semi-automatic pistol that's partially tucked into his waistband or inner jacket pocket. He's got a gun on him in what is supposed to be a retail setting. This is just regular GTA everywhere, is potentially dangerous. To his left on the wall, a massive slanted display rack holding dozens of aerosol spray paint cans organized in rows by color. Reds, oranges, olive greens, tans, the whole palette is there. Through a window in the background you can see palm trees and sunny streets outside. Those spray paint cans are a direct hint at a graffiti tagging mechanic in the game. Whether it's territory marking, reducing police heat in certain areas, or just an artistic side activity, this is something fans have wanted Rockstar to bring back for a long time. Stock 305 storefront bird's eye view. Top-down close-up looking directly down at the corner entrance of Stock 305. The big silver and black architectural sign reading Stock 305 is on the building corner. The exterior sidewalk is covered in colorful weather drips of red, yellow, and blue paint, like someone just routinely splashes paint out here as part of the store's identity. Inside the front display window, there's an eccentric orange art sculpture, or mascot character, with a cartoon face, stylized ears, and a pink tongue sitting on a wire stand. The painted brick surfaces have layered weathering, peeling coats, and real concrete cracking. The windows have dust accumulation and sky reflections. And those paint splatters on the sidewalk feel completely random and organic, not a repeating texture tile. This is the kind of environmental storytelling that makes a world feel real. The store has personality before you even walk in. The art counter showcase. Inside the boutique now, and we're looking at the person behind the checkout counter. She's a female employee with short, sleek brown hair and a middle part, dark green rectangular sunglasses, silver chain, black leather zippered corset crop top, dark distressed denim miniskirt with a thick black leather belt and silver buckle. She's looking straight at the camera. Behind her, the wall has beautiful multi-paneled neon artwork, abstract geometric murals, and a bold pop art piece on the far right reading "Say sorry, be nice" in neon pink and yellow text. Clothing racks with dark jackets and hoodies are visible to the left. The counter in front of her is covered in dozens of individual custom stickers and decals, cartoon smiley faces, abstract monster graphics, streetwear logos, including one that says "OOM". The quantity of unique individually designed stickers on this one surface is genuinely impressive as a detail. This is a fully modeled store interior with a dedicated shopkeeper NPC, and the fashion depth and thematic consistency in here shows this game's world has been built with a ridiculous level of care. The Vapid Mud Runner. This is a standout image for off-road fans. We're looking at a heavily modified classic 1960s muscle car, think Mustang or Falcon body style, but it's been rebuilt from the ground up as a mud-bogging monster. Dark blue with a thick yellow center racing stripe over the hood, jacked up on extreme long travel suspension with massive deeply grooved mud terrain tires. Steel tubular bull bar bumper up front. 4 auxiliary spot lamps on a roof rack, and on the door, a white racing circle with the number 6 and sponsor names including Wyman's World and a local phone number. The car is deep in a muddy track, cutting through what looks like a rain-soaked wetland or bayou clearing. The sky is overcast, and the trees and tall grasses around the track are dripping wet. And the mud physics here are the big story. The rear tires are actively spinning and slinging individual chunks of wet earth, mud droplets, and dirty water into the air. The body panels are caked in wet dripping mud that's clinging to the paintwork realistically. The ruts in the track itself are compressed and holding moisture. This is real-time mud deformation and vehicle-terrain interaction at a level we have never seen in a GTA game. Driving into a swamp in this game is going to physically coat your vehicle in wet mud that dries over time and needs cleaning. That is a mechanical detail that speaks volumes about how seriously Rockstar is taking the world simulation in this game. The grill and grime detail. Extreme macro close-up of the front left headlight and bumper of the Vapid Mudrunner. The headlight glass has an X-tape or metal protector across the lens, and it's coated in water droplets and mud film. The chrome tubular bull bar bumper in the foreground has micro scratches, metallic scuffs, and visible welding seams. 2 yellow fog lamps are mounted below, caked in dried mud splatter. And in the center of the metal radiator grille mesh, there's a small novelty black fist or glove ornament built into the grille, a fun little character detail on the vehicle. The way wet mud changes, the reflectivity of the polished chrome bumper, how it dulls the mirror surface and sits in the crevices, is just technically impressive. And dust particles with subtle heat haze are rising from the lower engine bay area. This is the kind of image that tells you the physics and material simulation in this game are deep. The mud is not a visual filter applied to the vehicle. It's a substance with thickness, wetness, and drying behavior. The cockpit perspective. First-person view from inside the Mud Runner's cockpit, looking forward through a windshield that's got mud and dirt splattered across the outside. The dashboard is dark with analog gauges, a speedometer going up to 120 miles per hour, a fuel gauge, and an analog clock on the right. 3-spoke brushed aluminum steering wheel wrapped in black leather. The horn button center has a custom logo with a white horse over a red, white, and blue vertical stripe. Metallic floor pedals, a polished brake pedal, a chrome door release handle on the driver's side panel, blue gloss floorboards. All the gauges are working needle-based instruments showing real-time telemetry. The mud on the outside of the windshield directly impacts your view as a driver. That is a gameplay detail. And the horse logo on the steering wheel is being interpreted as the Vapid brand, having a pony car or muscle division in the game's universe, a Ford Mustang parallel that makes total sense. The Backwoods Workshop. Wide 3/4 front view of the Vapid Mud Runner parked on a rough stony dirt lot at a rural industrial building. White concrete building, dark red roll-up garage door frame, safety placards reading, caution. Automatic doors keep clear, and loading area. In the distance you can see a blue and white water tower and a sparse palm tree. The tires are coated in a layer of dry dust and grit. The blue and yellow paintwork has that sun-baked matte finish with subtle scuffing. A spare mud tire is mounted on the rear. The suspension components, control arms, springs are fully visible and modeled behind the massive front tire. This is a rural service area, somewhere out in the Leonida countryside. And this image is essentially confirming there are dedicated off-road modification and repair hubs out in the rural parts of the map. So you don't have to drive your muddy trophy truck all the way back to downtown Vice City to get it worked on. The Ganado Coastal Cruise. Someone who looks like Jason is driving a gorgeous classic coupe utility vehicle down a scenic oceanfront highway. Think 1970 Ford Ranchero or Chevy El Camino body style. The paint is a glossy metallic sunburst yellow with a bold dual-tone orange and deep red racing stripe running over the hood scoop and along the lower body sides. There's a stylized Longhorn Steer logo on the front fender and inside the chrome radiator grille. Side panel script reads Ganado and the chrome fender badge reads 434 CI. That's a 434 cubic inch V8 engine displacement badge. Behind the car, the tropical ocean is doing that gorgeous color shift from shallow light teal into deep sapphire blue, with white foam breaking against the rocky shoreline. The rear tires are spinning, leaving a slight puff of tire smoke or road dust, and the chrome deep dish mag wheels have real-time reflections of the road surface on them. Ganado is Spanish for livestock or cattle, which perfectly ties into the Longhorn Steer branding on the vehicle. This is the kind of car you just want to cruise down a coastal road with the windows down. And the 434 CI badge suggests the engine displacement actually matters, which could mean meaningful performance differences based on what you put under the hood. The Fountainside Lounge. Jason and Lucia sitting together on an outdoor wicker lounge sofa at what looks like a resort courtyard. Water fountains are shooting streams upward from a marble-tiled pool in the background under bright sunlight. Jason is on the right, leaning back with his arm along the top of the sofa. Short, stylish hair, amber retro sunglasses, thick silver Cuban link chain, cream short sleeve button-up with red hibiscus flowers and pink flamingo prints over a white tank, cream trousers, luxury silver watch. Lucia is reclined across the sofa with her legs over Jason's lap. Intricate braided hairstyle, thin gold-framed glasses, cropped dark maroon denim jacket, matching denim miniskirt, gold hoop earrings, and knee-high stiletto boots in a brown and black tiger stripe pattern. A detailed, colorful rose tattoo is visible on the back of her left hand. And the way Lucia's legs are resting across Jason's lap, with the clothing deforming naturally around the position, that is a complex animation and physics interaction. Two characters occupying the same furniture with accurate cloth physics and natural posture. That is not easy to do. The character chemistry between these two in this image is just immediately there. The flamingo motif. Jason from behind, looking back over his left shoulder. Aviator sunglasses, silver luxury watch, cream trousers. The focus here is the back of his short-sleeve resort shirt. It's got this massive elaborate circular graphic in the center of a retro Vice City beachfront skyline, with high-rise towers, sandy beaches, ocean waves, and palm trees, with the word Vice written in vintage font above it. The whole design is framed by pink hibiscus flowers and two pink flamingos. He's standing in front of a wall of repeating dark bronze, geometric metallic panels that create a highly reflective, structured backdrop. His right forearm has a large detailed sleeve tattoo. The fabric on the shirt folds and wrinkles naturally across his shoulders, and the graphic print moves with his posture. This is a physics-based wardrobe engine. The clothes aren't just painted onto the character, they have actual cloth behavior. And that in-universe shirt, explicitly branding Vice, is a fun meta layer. It's a piece of Vice City tourist merchandise that exists within Vice City. Very Rockstar. The stiletto statement. Lucia is perched up on a modern public art sculpture. It's painted in bright turquoise and royal blue with organic circular cutout shapes. She's looking back over her left shoulder with a focused, intense expression. Gold framed glasses, gold hoops, braided hair, dark maroon cropped denim jacket, tiger stripe, knee-high stiletto boots. The camera angle is low and dramatic. The stiletto boot is right in the foreground. Sharp pointed toe and high heel in close-up, with Lucia receding back into the frame. It's a film poster composition, basically. Very deliberate, very cinematic. The fabric detail on the denim jacket, individual stitching lines, buttons, material stiffness is all there. And this image confirms that characters can interact naturally with unconventional surfaces and ledges in the environment. You're not limited to standing on sidewalks and flat ground. The resort terrace. Jason on a resort balcony, leaning against the railing. Short stylish haircut, trimmed facial hair, yellow tinted sunglasses. White tank under an unbuttoned cream floral resort shirt with hibiscus and flamingo prints, cream trousers, thick silver Cuban link chain, and a very detailed luxury chronograph wristwatch on his left wrist. Behind him in the middle ground is a large organic-looking white concrete globe pavilion with smooth circular glass cutouts glowing mint green. To the right, an outdoor lounge area with wicker chairs and fountain jets shooting water out of a stone pool. The sunlight catches the metal of the watchband and the brushed aluminum balcony railing. Fine hairs on his arms, cloth texture variations across his shirt. The green-tinted glass of the globe pavilion is filtering natural daylight, passing through it and casting that tint into the surrounding environment. This is the luxury Vice City lifestyle. Criminal money spent right. The Brutalist runway. Wide low-angle shot of Lucia standing on a raised concrete ledge in front of a massive Brutalist architectural structure. Big intersecting, crisscrossed concrete beams forming a dramatic lattice pattern with the deep blue twilight sky visible through the open framework behind her. Same outfit as the resort photo's maroon denim jacket, matching low-rise denim miniskirt with center button visible, strappy gold bikini top, tiger striped stiletto boots, braided hair, gold hoops, gold-framed designer glasses. The concrete texture on the structure behind her is heavily detailed tiny surface pockets, fine chips, rough matte finish. The fabric distortion on her denim skirt reacts naturally to her standing pose. The geometric leading lines of the Brutalist framework behind her pull your eye right to her in the center of the frame. It's a fashion editorial shot that happens to be in a video game. Poolside hardware. Top-down overhead view, looking down at the edge of a luxury pool at night. Dark teal pool water on the right, with a palm tree shadow reflected on the surface. And on the concrete ledge, two customized semi-auto pistols lying side by side. The top pistol is bigger dark grey matte slide, threaded barrel for a suppressor, tactical rail underneath. The grip panel is weathered light green with an engraved 4-leaf clover and scroll banner lettering reading Sua Spont. The initials JD are carved into the lower frame. The bottom pistol is smaller and sleeker silver slide on a deep wine red frame. The grip panel has a pearlescent rose graphic that shifts color from pink to teal, and Lucia is scripted in white cursive on the side of the frame. So we have Jason's gun and Lucia's gun, both personalized with their initials or name, their own engravings and graphics. Sua Sponte is Latin for of their own accord, and it's the official motto of the US Army Rangers, hinting at a possible military background for Jason's character. Next to the guns on the ledge, a glass candle holder with a burning flame, a silver money clip holding a stack of hundreds, a red card, and a single brass bullet casing on the concrete. This is narrative-driven weapon personalization. Your guns can have your name on them. That's a level of character identity in the game that we haven't seen before. Wyman's Salvage Yard. Major character introduction. A grimy, grinning mechanic named Wyman is front and center in this shot. Long, greasy, dark brown mullet. Subtle stubble. Dark wire-rimmed glasses. A red and white redwood visor. Dirty silver chain necklace. And a heavily stained sleeveless tank top that reads Wyman's World, Auto Salvage Co. Parts bought and sold, call 3055-550-144. He's holding a crescent wrench above his head like he just pulled it out of something. Behind him, another mechanic leans against a red race car. The location is a sun-bleached rural auto wrecking and salvage yard. Metal building garages in the background with Auto Parts and Auto Salvage Co. signs. A dark blue vintage pickup and a yellow portable generator in the distance. On the left is a vintage muscle car in a patriotic blue paint scheme with white stars and red and white racing stripes. On the right is a sleek, vintage red sports coupe styled like a 1960s endurance racer, with a racing door placard bearing the number 36. In the foreground, there's an open car engine bay showing belt pulleys and a radiator cap. Wyman's tank top has highly detailed sweat stains, oil marks, and dirt. Wyman is clearly a key recurring character, and his salvage yard is a gameplay hub buying rare parts, scrapping vehicles, maybe rare car restoration missions. He has huge personality just from this one image. The serious muscle build. Classic muscle car inside a shaded industrial warehouse. Morning sunlight filtering in through a side opening. The car is a brilliant glossy turquoise blue, with a matte black accent stripe sweeping along the upper rear quarter panel. Chrome trunk trim flanked by wide retro rectangular tail lamp lenses split into 3 segments. Chrome badge on the rear fender. Sirius. Custom deep dish mag wheels in turquoise matched 5-spoke design with polished chrome lips. A large retro aerodynamic spoiler on the trunk. Wide oval-tipped chrome exhaust pipe peeking out from the lower rear. This is a clean, precisely restored muscle car, and the Sirius name is a new addition to the game's classic vehicle lineup. The matching wheel paint to the body color, the period-correct aero spoiler, the custom exhaust, this is what car customization looks like when it's done right. Collectors are going to spend a lot of hours on builds like this. The sun-baked Riata. High-angle close-up of the passenger side front wing of a weathered retro off-road SUV, parked on a dirt path. Think vintage first-generation Ford Bronco. The paint is faded cream, or off-white, with a 1970s style orange to yellow gradient racing stripe down the side. Chrome script badging on the front fender reads Riata. The lower half of the vehicle is covered in dried light brown mud chunks, grit, and fine dust. The multi-spoke alloy wheels are wrapped in thick off-road tires, labeled Atomic in raised letters on the sidewall. The mud layering here is showing thickness. It's not a flat texture sitting on top of the paint. It has actual physical buildup in the wheel wells and along the lower panels. The Riata name returning in this classic retro format is a fan favorite moment. And this image, together with the Mud Runner, confirms that terrain directly impacts how your vehicle looks over time. The number 36 Endurance Racer. Close-up of the front driver's side and hood of the vintage red sports coupe from Wyman's yard. Styled like a 1960s Shelby Daytona or Ferrari 250 GTO endurance racer. Glossy red body with a wide white racing stripe down the center of the hood, flanked by 2 riveted red air scoops. The door has a big white racing circle with the number 36 outlined in dark trim. A cartoonish fish decal near the rear glass pillar reads Suck and Swallow, clearly a fake local fast food or bait shop brand. And part of a driver name decal near the lower nose ends in Hansen. The metal paint has a fine orange peel texture under sunlight. 3 curved open ventilation louvers with dark wire mesh are in the lower front fender. This is a proper period-correct motorsport vehicle with authentic race livery details, sponsor decals, and driver name placards. Rockstar is treating classic racing cars with genuine respect for the real-world vehicles that inspired them. The retro roadster nose. Close-up of the front left corner of a vintage British-style roadster in smooth light mint green or pastel lime paint. Chrome wire spoke wheel with a center-locking spinner cap. A small circular chrome emblem with the geometric letter R logo on the front nose. The headlight has a highly detailed inner bulb layout and a glass lens with realistic refraction. A thin black racing stripe along the lower nose panel. A small amber indicator light just below the headlight housing. The wire spoke wheel modeling is exceptional. Dozens of individually rendered metal spokes reflecting light independently. This is not a texture map of a wire wheel. Each spoke is a separate piece of geometry, catching light at its own angle. This is the kind of detail that confirms international classic cars, European roadsters. British sports cars are being brought into GTA 6 with the same care and precision as the American muscle and the Japanese imports. The Patriotic Deviant. High-angle side view of a classic muscle car wrapped in a full-body patriotic American flag livery. The hood and front fender are deep blue with large white stars flowing into bold, alternating red and white horizontal stripes across the doors and rear quarters. Black cursive script on the rear pillar reads Deviant with a small hexagonal bolt logo. The interior, visible through the open window, has classic analog gauges, a deep dish steering wheel, and a grey vinyl bucket seat. The deep dish mag wheel sidewall has technical specification lettering molded in. Deviant is a vehicle name returning from previous GTA titles, and fans are going to be very happy about it. And the full body wrap on this thing with the star and stripe pattern flowing seamlessly across different body panels and curves confirms the paint shop customization in this game handles complex liveries at a high level. Loud, satirical, unapologetically American. This is GTA at its best. And that's all 51 images from the GTA 6 Ultimate Edition screenshot batch. From the dual protagonist to the dolphins to the scope revolver to the Finis back tattoo, Rockstar has packed an absurd amount of detail, world building and gameplay confirmation into these shots. This game is coming and it looks unlike anything we've ever played. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know which of these screenshots got you the most hyped. The cheetah, the squallow chase, the mud physics, pick your moment.